Hello everyone, and welcome to another video for the 7 Days of Gratitude Art Journaling Challenge. In this video, I'm going to be making the art journal that I'm going to be using for this challenge. Of course, you can just use whatever art journal you are currently using, or you can make your own journal for this specific challenge. What I'm doing right now is just trimming down some scrap paper that I have pulled from my stash that coordinates with the products that I'm going to be using to art journal, and I'm trimming them all down to the size of my journal. So I'm making a personal size journal that's based off of the personal size traveler's notebook or planner inserts, and so those measure 3 3/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches. And so when the journal is open, it measures 7.5 inches by 6 3/4 inches. So that's the larger size I'm trimming. And if the paper is big enough, I usually trim it to the full spread size. And if it's too small, I just trim it to a single page so that I can glue it onto the pages as I work. So now I am just taking some plain white paper, and I use 32 pound, and I'm just trimming those for some of my just basic journal pages. And right now I'm pulling out scraps that I will be able to use and putting the rest aside. And now I am taking some magazine text that I have covered with white paint, and this is a technique I learned in a class I took at Studio Calico from Tina Asmus of Life Left Paper, and I really love that effect of using a thin layer of white paint over magazine text. And the way she showed to use it in the class was to glue it to a backing, and you get this really awesome double-sided paper effect that can be used in a journal. So I've done that a lot since taking that class because I just love the way it brings text and pattern in. And by putting the white paint over the text, you're not really tempted to read the text. It's just more of a visual effect. And so I trimmed out 2 pieces of patterned paper from the Brandy Kincaid November 2018 Extravagant Hope collection, and that's what I'm backing these with. And I'm kind of trying to line them up with the part of the text that I want to crop them to. So I kind of hold them up to the light to see where the papers line up. So now I'm just trimming off the excess magazine paper so that I am left with pages to include in my journal. And of course you can use a paper trimmer for this, but I just wanted to use scissors. Sometimes my paper trimmer gets a little off, and so this way I can be sure to trim right alongside the backing paper. And so now I am going to add a couple pieces of vellum to my stack of journal paper. I love to include vellum in my art journal. I find it adds a lot of depth and just another fun layer to work with. So now I am grabbing all of my full-size sheets of paper to be included in the journal, and I am scoring them on my scoring board. This just makes sure that all the pages are folded evenly, and I'm scoring them all at 3 3/4 inches, and I do each sheet individually and then fold it and place it to the side. And I'm also thinking about which side of the paper I want to be placed in the journal. So like with this spread, I decided to have that text in the middle because I actually want that plus the vellum to be my center fold. And I did that one opposite just so that I would have some variety. And I also folded that marigold patterned paper so that it could be used as the cover. And so now I'm just arranging my journal with starting with the cover and the center and kind of working between those two sheets. And now I grab my stapler to see if I can just staple it, but it's actually a little bit too wide for that. So I'm going to just run it through my sewing machine using a wide straight stitch, and I do a little back stitch at the top and bottom, and I use those binder clips to keep it all together. And now I'm just folding it carefully, and I have my finished journal, and I'm just going to do a flip through of the pages really quickly so you can kind of see how it came together. But otherwise, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how my journal came together, and I look forward to you joining us in the 7 Days of Gratitude Art Journal Challenge. Thanks for watching.